Welcome back to another episode of Trash Talk Podcast. We are in the studio. We got a packed show, all sorts of cool topics. We got some music stuff. We have kind of a thought experiment, fun sort of thing. As a second topic, we got some quiz in the halftime show. Just off the top, JJ, really quick, a question that has been plaguing a lot of people.
Jesus Christ! Stop it already!
What types of cake flavor do you tend to prefer? People are interested for some reason. I don't know why. There's word going around of some major event involving cake taking place in your life, such as a wedding in late August. But what kind?
We all know what the answer is.
Are we gonna? What is this? Lemon
pie flavor.
Pie flavor? You're gonna have pie flavored cake at your wedding? Is that what you're gonna do?
I was just making the Austin movie reference.
I know, but you're gonna do that? You're gonna have pie flavored cake? That's a weird cake. Do you have?
And there's also gonna be cake flavored pie. You know.
Oh, it's cake. I like that. Am I being invited?
No.
Terrible. Why not? I'm your colleague, man. Who does not invite their colleagues to their wedding? So yeah, cake flavored pie flavored cake. Not sure how serious he is, and maybe he's trolling. Maybe he doesn't want to unveil what exact flavor of cake he has chosen yet. Maybe it's going to be a big surprise for everyone. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on news on that for JJ's upcoming wedding, allegedly, towards the end of the summer of 2019. We'll see. Anyway, first topic. What do we have, man?
Artists on the rise, which is to say, musicians that we now like more than we used to.
Musical artists, not painters. I don't give a damn about painters and sculptors and stuff like that. Musical artists on the rise, as in like in the power rankings. But we're only doing rise. We're not doing fall.
So because we're positive people.
Yeah, we are positive to a degree. Positive people. So, what's your first creator on the rise? I think the concept should be pretty clear. Creators that have been becoming really great to us personally recently.
One that let's start with that one because I did kind of mention it before we started.
Yeah, you dropped it. Well, I actually found it out because I'm a detective.
I was actually surprised at how quickly I came up with that because that connection was very loose.
That was way too easy.
The point is, the first artist on the rise for me is Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac.
So
like two songs, I think. Maybe 2 or 3.
The point is, I recently got some more Fleetwood Mac songs, specifically one that I've kind of been aware of, but for some reason I've heard it once, didn't like it, and then never really listened to it again.
All right.
But I actually do like it now. Is The Chain.
Kind of like broccoli.
Actually, I always like broccoli.
I always like broccoli, but that's how...
I think we had that.
Yeah, we had that before, right? I might have made the exact same point. Like, I used to not like something, but now I do. Oh, kind of like broccoli for most people, but then we both like broccoli.
We both like broccoli.
Never hated broccoli.
Let's see, Fleetwood Mac. We got.
I've also never hated Fleetwood Mac, by the way.
No, I never hated them, but I now like them more.
The Chain.
The Chain is the one that I just mentioned. Yeah. Little Eyes is one that I've heard before way back when, but it's just one that I recently rediscovered.
All right.
So
I know that they had like a South Park episode where they had a goat and they named it after Stevie Nicks.
Okay.
And then they had to take it like to Afghanistan or something because it was holy. If I remember that correct, I'm not sure there was something there. If anyone remembers that, let us know.
And Don't Stop and
Go Your Own Way.
Those are the songs that I previously had.
Those are the 2 songs. That's correct. So Fleetwood Mac, that's up from 2 songs to 4 songs.
Yes, which is twice as much.
Kind of like equality. Hearthstone reference.
Right.
First, the artist on the rise for me.
I was thinking about the concept of equality. I was like,
yeah.
I don't get it.
But
yes, the card.
Equality being raised in cost is literally the manifestation of capitalism versus communism in Hearthstone. Like the best way that they could ever have illustrated that.
All right.
Dust all your equalities. First artist on the rise for me, you know it as well, as Sabaton. Yes. I guess this was the main idea behind actually setting up the topic as well. Well, you came up with it. But,
actually, the main idea was that I personally had 2 bands that I thought of as on the rise.
Only 2? I have like 5 things.
No, I have more written down now. But
right.
the 2 that specifically sparked the topic, one of which is actually Fleetwood Mac, and one of which is the next one I'll mention.
Alright.
But Sabaton also is on the rise from... Actually, yeah.
That is the next one?
No.
Okay, but that's also one of those.
But Sabaton is also one that
Sabaton's pretty good.
I've known some of their songs for a while, but lately I've been getting a lot more.
I don't know exactly. I got like 13 now. I
got 14.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I got The Price of a Mile, which I just don't like. I don't know quite why, but like of that type of music genre, even just in the ballpark, it's the only band that I can stand. Like I can't stand Hammerfall. I can't stand any of the other stuff for the very
well. You have
vast
2
majority.
Black Sabbath songs and 1 Dragon Force song, I believe.
I don't see Black Sabbath in that same kind of ballpark. That's different to me.
Well, I mean, Black Sabbath is heavy metal. Hammerfall Sabaton, that is more like power metal, but that's very close.
Like how is Hammerfall so terrible and Sabaton so good? Like it's completely different to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just the songs. But yeah, Sabaton really, really good. And
also, while you mentioned Hammerfall, it's interesting because that one's not necessarily on the rise from me, but I have gotten more Hammerfall songs. But I feel like also a lot of the ones that I've gotten earlier on, I'm not as hyped about anymore. So it kind of equalizes.
So it's like higher in quantity but lower in quality? Sort of like an ABBA phenomenon?
Yes.
Alright, like the Beatles phenomenon?
Less so, but yes.
I think the ABBA phenomenon, that's what you can call it.
Because for the Beatles, for me, it's that I'm every now and again getting 1 or 2 new songs. But my opinion on the other ones never really changes too much.
Yeah, they're always good. Like the Beatles are always good and probably never great. To me, personally.
Talking about a band that has also a lot of good songs that I've gotten a few more songs of lately, because that seems like a good segue.
Yes.
The Rolling Stones.
They're a decent band with few good songs.
Now, recently I added 4 new songs to my collection of Rolling Stones songs.
I've never been a Rolling Stones kind of guy.
That would be Angie, Brown Sugar, Wild Horses, and there was one that I literally just added before the podcast, so I can't come up with a title for the life of me.
Too bad. I will make the counterpoint. I've never liked the Rolling Stones that much. They are okay. They are an okay band. I know that objectively I underrate them as I do the Beatles as well, but the Beatles are good to me, and the Rolling Stones
can't always get what you want.
Alright. I know another song by that title that is probably better than that one, but I will listen to that and see what I think about it. Yeah, I'm not a Rolling Stones kind of guy, but I'll give it a shot anyway. I've got like 2 or 3 Stones songs probably.
I got those from
maybe some more and some that I never listened to,
which I haven't downloaded yet out of the ones plus 9 that I've already have on my system, so 13 total.
Yeah, I don't. No.
I was about to say Thai Sabaton, but then I realized that thanks to Swedish Pagans Swap, which you suggest to me, I now do have 14.
I probably have a lot. I have a lot more Sabaton than. I've never been a Rolling Stones guy. They're not that good. One on the rise for me, definitely still on the rise. Been on the rise for a while. William Jefferson Joel III, aka Billy Joel. That's not his real name. Billy Joel is what we call him. He's pretty good. You know that Billy Joel is really good?
Well, see, for me, the thing is that a lot of the Billy Joel songs that you've more recently suggested to me, I am somewhere between, they're okay, or I don't like them. So, for me, Billy Joel has been pretty consistent.
The thing is that, first of all, there isn't that, like, a lot. It's not like I've added 10 songs or anything, right? But both Leningrad and Goodnight Saigon are potential all-time top 25 songs. They're great. They're transcendentally great songs.
I like Leningrad. I haven't made my mind up on the other one.
Transcendentally great. The thing is, like, quality-wise, Billy Joel, like, in terms of concentrated quality, one of the highest ranking ones of all time. Because you got those two, you got a few others that are also pretty good. There's no, like, kind of average ones. Some are really good, and those two are just amazingly great, over the top, fantastic. If we're doing top whatever all time in a few years' time, I'm gonna consider those for sure. So they're amazingly great. And yeah, Billy Joel, creator on the rise.
The other artist
top 10 artists
that I had in mind when I suggested the topic is actually Foreigner.
I've heard of it.
I've previously had Hot Blooded, and I Want to Know What Love Is.
Alright.
Now I've also added 4 more songs. Let's see if I can get all those from the top of my head because I have not written those down.
Alright.
It's Cold as Ice.
That's 1.
It's Urgent.
That's 2.
What else would we have? Jesus Christ. There is a third one that I should definitely be coming up with right now. Jukebox Hero. The best one.
The best one?
And what's the last one? I can't remember.
So I've heard of I Want to Know What Love Is. I think I had a download too, but it's not a very good song. It's okay. I think Cold as Ice I also know, and if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's terrible.
Waiting for a Girl Like You. That's
alright.
The 4th song.
Jukebox Hero I think I've heard of, but I'm not sure. So Hot Blood I don't know. The other ones I know I Want to Know What Love Is, and I think I know Cold as Ice. The other ones, not sure. I'm gonna have to listen to those, but yeah. From those 2 that I do know, not a very good prediction. I'm not too much of a fan, but we'll see.
Out of those, by far my favorite song is Jukebox Hero.
Really?
It's a great song.
Is it a great song?
Yes.
I'll listen to it. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe I have just never came across it. I've mentioned it before, but ABBA is a creator on the rise. Because I recently added like 5 to 10 new ABBA songs. And they are in the music share for you to enjoy, JJ.
Most of those I haven't made my mind up on yet. One was just another ABBA song with different lyrics.
Yeah, Happy Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know what? I've never heard a legit bad ABBA song.
I'm not sure if I have. There's still some in the music share that I'm not too sure on if I like them or not. Well, the ones that are still in there. I can look that up if you want to.
I think they're all good. I've had a bigger playlist, right, and I only put the best of the best in the music share, and they are pretty good songs, alright?
Let's see, the ones I have not yet made my mind up on is Soldiers,
yeah, pretty
Piper,
good.
One Man,
really
One
good.
Woman.
Really good.
I'm a Marionette.
Pretty good.
When I Kissed the Teacher.
Also good.
My Love, My Life.
Good.
Hasta Manana.
Manana, but yes.
Well, the accents aren't there.
I know.
Another Town, Another Train.
Predicted that from the language. That's probably the worst one.
And I'm Still Alive.
That's also pretty good.
So yeah.
Those are good songs.
That's 9 songs, dude.
Yeah.
So that's a lot.
It's a lot of good songs. And there was some more, probably.
Well, there was at least one that I've already, which is the one we just mentioned, that I've already added to my personal collection because, of course...
Happy Hawaii.
Yes.
Yeah. Probably better. It's a better one.
See, the thing is, for me, it's still odd because I'm not used to it.
You get used to it.
Yeah.
It's a better one. It's better text and talks about Hawaii.
Yes,
What's there better a topic for a song than Hawaii?
Oh, there's a lot of things that are...
No, there's not. Better?
Great topics.
But better.
Yes.
What tops Hawaii as a song topic? Nothing.
One of my I've interestingly enough, I've mentioned this before. I always like it when songs sing about mythology, specifically Norse mythology, which seems to be a common theme in more towards the metal direction.
Yeah, not so sure. I like Sabaton because it's actual history.
Yes,
it's actual history. You know what's also actual history? Billy Joel.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing, great guy. But what was I saying? What was I saying before?
Something about Hawaii.
Oh yeah, Hawaii. Yeah, there's no better topic for a song than Hawaii. It's a fact. If you have a song about Hawaii, probably end up liking it. It's a pretty good song. Your turn.
Supertramp.
Heard of them.
Another band that I've had songs of before, but now have more of. Specifically, I think there's 3 songs. Most importantly, Breakfast in America.
That is one of the most bipolar songs I have ever heard of. I can't decide whether I hate its guts or it's actually pretty good. Cannot decide. I did download it. I have it now because I tend to. It's decent. But it's not nowhere near as great as you've made it seem before. It's alright. But at some point, it's like I should hate this song with all my heart. Like, this is one of the worst songs I've ever heard. And then at some point, it's like, yeah, it's pretty good.
There is Goodbye Stranger.
Do you have it in music share?
I had it. That was like right before or after.
In that case, I didn't like it.
And there is one more that I've actually added more recently to the music share, which is Take the Long Way Home.
Take the Long Way Home. Alright. I don't know that one, but I'll see about it. Yeah, Breakfast in America is the only one I have, and Could be. It could. I can like. You know what? What this song relates to me forcefully in my brain is "Jack and Diane" by John Mellencamp.
Actually, still kind of like that song.
You do kind of like that song?
Jack and Diane, yeah.
It's a terrible song. I hate it.
For me, it's awful. It's always been like on the like decent to good range, and it's never changed.
That's what it's been for me too. On the decent to good range, and then all of a sudden, one of these fateful days, I wake up and I'm like, this is the worst piece of music that has ever been composed. Right, and this is I feel like this is something that could happen with Breakfast in America as well for some reason. It's kind of it's a really double-edged song in a few ways. I don't know. I sometimes have these songs where it's like there's a very broad spectrum of things that I think about this song. So we'll see how this turns. I'll download it and I'll just give it time and see how I end up forming an opinion about this song. Hope it doesn't go the way of Jack and Diane. So it's my turn, right? Let me quickly check my list because I made one. Because I have like 5 artists on there.
Yeah, my written down list actually has 4 on it.
Alright, let's go with Ozzy Osbourne. It's 6 artists, by the way. But Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes.
It's not that Ozzy Osbourne has been rising for me. It's that I started listening to him to begin with.
That's the problem.
I didn't have an Ozzy song before.
That's the problem for me too with a lot of... There is probably like 10 artists that I could name you, most of which in the metal genre, if not all, that I've just now started listening to.
Yes.
But I feel like it's almost a bit harder to really say.
Is Ozzy the metal genre?
No, I
about to say.
I was just saying that in general, like Ozzy, there's a lot of artists for me that I haven't had songs of before that I now do, and naturally, from having no opinion to having a good opinion, they're on the rise.
They're on the rise. Ozzy's on the rise.
It always feels a bit odd to say that they're on the rise.
Oh, they're on the rise, right? Ozzy's pretty good. Dreamer's good. All the Young Dudes is great, and the other ones too. I Don't Want to Stop is great. Just One You is they're both good. Yeah,
the thing about for me, Ozzy Osbourne is also on the rise, but I've had Dreamer for longer, so it's not an entirely new artist for me.
It's a very new artist for me, and it comes in with a pretty good bang. I like it. Ozzy's a good dude. I do like it a lot. It's your turn.
Well, I mentioned that there's a lot of metal artists that I have now either newly added or have recently gotten more songs of when I previously only had one or something like that. So I don't want to go too in depth on any of those because for starters it's pretty new. But because my list is empty, I'm just gonna name some of those.
Because the list is empty?
Yes.
Alright.
So there is Nightwish, there's Manowar, let's see, the Epica I've gotten one song of recently. So there's just a lot of those. Right. Like Dragon Force, I'm gonna talk about that later. There's just a lot of those where, like Avantasia, there's a few where I've gotten like...
You've put a bunch of those in the music show as well.
Yeah.
Some are decent.
Yeah, so there.
Let me actually check. I recently added the new batch of songs. Maybe some of those are from those artists that you just dropped the names off. So,
there's probably more in that category for me.
There's A Mystery of a Blood Red Rose by Avantasia.
Yes.
I think that's
out of the songs I've got from them, that is the one I like the least out of the 3 songs that I got.
The other ones, were they in the music here?
Yes.
That means that this is the only one that I like.
I know. The other ones were Draconian Love
and
Dying for an Angel.
Those were terrible songs. They're bad. I don't know. What's up with you, man? I don't get it. This one's pretty alright. But that's the only ones the only one that I've added from those questionable fringe bands that you have been commuting with recently for some reason. But we'll get into more detail about that at some point else, maybe. I still have 2 more artists written down who are on the rise in a little bit more mid-range-ish term than like right now. By which I mean,
they've been on the rise for longer.
Yeah, I might have found most of those songs a few months back.
Well, that's fair. I think the last time we had a topic like this was like 22 weeks ago.
That was a while ago. You know for a fact that it was 22 weeks ago exactly.
Well,
because your bum self looked that up. Otherwise, you wouldn't have dropped that number.
I didn't rewatch all the podcasts. I just looked at the titles.
All right, cool.
So we might have done a podcast something like that in between that was just titled. There was just not mentioning the title.
Okay, I'm gonna just trust your math here, and I'm gonna go with The Seekers first of all. The Seekers, pretty good.
You've definitely mentioned them since.
Yeah, The Seekers are pretty damn good, and Nick Lowe as well. I do like Nick Lowe. Nick Lowe is pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, Nick Lowe is pretty good. Half a boy, half a man. American Square. Nick Lowe. So that's my artists on the rise. My artists.
I think there's technically a few more artists that I could mention that I've recently gotten 1 or 2 songs of that I previously had none of, but I think that's not really that important.
Artists on the fall? Want to just get into it?
I don't think there's really any
Roxette.
Of that for me, because
Roxette.
You didn't like Roxette when we last made that.
Yeah, Roxette hit the ground, like the absolute bottom of the barrel about 6 months ago, and they brought shovels and it just started just kept digging and falling more. For some reason, right? Worst band I've ever heard of, probably. I don't know. Exaggerated, but right? But they're terrible.
I still like a lot of the Roxette
They're legit
songs.
Horrible. It's awful. I tend to exaggerate a lot of stuff, but I don't like them.
I got a new Roxette song recently.
Oh, probably bad. I'll give it a shot. I don't like the band. Oh my god. Sins of my youth, man, saying that Roxette is a decent band. Or, I don't know. Saying that Jack and Diane is a decent song. Mistakes, man, but,
like from your teenage years?
Yeah, teenage years, and ended a few weeks ago. Exactly, yeah, those mistakes, man, but you gotta stand up to those. To grow as a person. Let's get into the halftime show, man. But before we do that real quick, be sure to go ahead and join the TrashcanTV Discord server. There is a link to that. Bottom of the description of this video.
Every single video description starting from last week's podcast.
That is correct. In every video description, there's a link to our Discord channel, which you can join for completely free to have a chat with us. Maybe if you're a Hearthstone player, you want to know some Hearthstone stuff, want to talk this and that, want to talk some riffraff, want to just hang out with the crew, get in that server, man. We'll be hanging out there all day. Maybe not. We have a quiz. Well, technically we have several quizzes, general knowledge quizzes, number 7, 10, and 13 for some reason.
I think those were the 3 most popular ones or something.
We'll do them on Jetpunk. So, general knowledge quiz number 7. First question, what primarily do giant pandas eat?
Bamboo?
Bamboo. What country borders Switzerland to the west?
I'm really bad with maps. Like I'm trying.
Try.
I know one thing is on the east-west axis is Austria. I'm just trying to think if it's west or east.
Yeah, that's east.
You
want to keep checking
France?
guesses? Yeah, it's France. Alright. What article of clothing is famously worn by Dracula and Superman? A cape, right? Yes. What movie took place on the moon of Pandora?
Oh, Avatar.
Alright. The Last Airbender, just kidding.
No, the James Cameron
Yes.
movie.
What comet passes near Earth every 76 years?
I don't know.
Halley's Comet.
Oh,
Just A-L-L, like try Y or E-Y, I don't know. Yes, alright. What country was formerly known as Ceylon? I should know that.
I don't know that.
But I don't know why I came up with it. What is necrotizing fasciitis commonly known as? A flesh-eating bacteria.
I was about to say, if it's necrotizing, it probably eats it's like human flesh or something, yeah.
What comes between milli and nano? Micro.
Micro. Yeah, just read the next question while I'm typing.
Alright, what comes... Wait. From what fish's egg is caviar traditionally made? I don't know that.
I don't know that. I've heard it before,
Disgusting.
but I don't know.
What plant is used to make tequila?
I don't know.
I'm not a liquor person. I should have heard that before. What tongue-tied Bible character relied on his brother Aaron to do his public speaking? I'm not a Bible guy either.
Was it Moses?
I don't know. Yeah. 2, 3, 7, 11, and 19 are examples of what type of number? Primes. What is the name of the 3-headed dog that guards Hades?
Cerberus.
I don't know that. Cool. What words means either a business tycoon or a bump on a skiing course?
I don't know.
What? A business tycoon or a bump on a skiing course? The hell? What are the 3 most mentioned fashion labels in hip-hop music?
I don't listen to hip-hop music and that's 3 points? I hate that.
Try Gucci. Easy. That's the first one. The other ones, man, I don't know. What is
a chorophobe,
afraid of? Coral.
Yeah, I mean, I get that coral is the part that we need to focus on here.
It's afraid of corals. I don't know. What actor starred as Hermione Granger?
Hermione Granger.
What the Brits. Terrible.
Yes, Brits. That would be Emma Watson. Yeah.
What country is mostly located in Anatolia?
Anatolia.
Oh, it's Anatolia. Like, try Turkey. I'm not even sure. Yes, it is. Okay, well, some we are missing.
Yes, it's the fish. I guess we can guess some fish. It's probably not salmon, but I
don't know what type of fish they make caviar from.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Are we just gonna quit?
Sure.
Or do you want to quit? Guess like
the business tycoon and the damn hill. I don't know. So the high score, our score is 13. The average is 10, which is good.
Yes.
Sri Lanka is Ceylon. Okay, could have come up with that.
The fish.
Beluga sturgeon.
Yeah, I would have totally guessed that.
Yeah. Blue agave is the plant that tequila is made of.
Mogul. Okay, yeah.
I had no idea that's a bump in skiing. Man.
Exactly. That's the part that I wouldn't have gotten.
Versace and Prada.
Okay, that could have been gotten.
And then dancing. A chorophobe is afraid of dancing.
Oh, because it's choreographed.
Yeah, choreographed. Chorus, yeah. Of dancing. Alright.
Ironically enough, choreography was the first thing that I thought of when I heard chore, but I was like, nah, that's not it.
Alright, okay, that's just the stats, right? So 96% of people knew what pandas eat, obviously, it's the first question. Only 24% of people knew Moses.
Yes.
Which included us, you. Anatolia as well, Turkey.
I've heard that before with Moses.
9% of people knew the chorophobe, so that's not nothing to be ashamed of not knowing that. That's fair.
So, yeah, the 3 least known ones were
Versace,
Moses, and Versace. Yeah. And then followed by Prada.
Yes.
Is the 4th. Mogul actually is tied for the 5th least known one with Turkey.
Actually, yeah.
So
the thing with the skiing courses is confusing. I don't think anyone.
The point is, we got all of the ones that at least half of the people got.
Yeah.
And then some.
Hey, we did it right. Ceylon were the one that we blanked, or I more than blanked on.
The 3 that we got that less than 50% of people got were Cerberus, Turkey, and Moses. 2 of which I know because I like mythology.
I'm just like, I'm baffled by the fact that more people knew Beluga sturgeon than knew Turkey. That's crazy to me. I don't get that. But
yeah, that's fair enough.
That's the first one. Second one. Let's see what we have. Number 10. In what country did espresso originate?
I would guess Italy.
Yeah, Italy would make sense, right? All sort of coffee,
yes.
Right? What is the modern birthstone of the month of July?
Fuck do I know.
I don't know that. What element has the symbol SN?
Tin.
What is the heaviest internal human organ? The internal human organ, like the intestines, like the gut, colon. I don't know what they want to hear there.
I don't know.
Just type gut, type colon, whatever. It's not the brain or anything, right? It has to be some of that stuff.
I don't know.
Bowels.
Want to go to the next question and go
back
to them again?
What is by weight or value, what is the most commonly grown crop in the United States? Probably corn. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Yes. What does UFO stand for? Unidentified flying object.
Really? I have to type that out?
Yeah. Apparently you do. Corn, like for all that high fructose corn syrup, man. What is the tallest kind of tree? I know the tallest tree in the United States is called, I think, General Sherman tree. What kind of tree? It's like mammoth tree? Is that what they're called?
Colloquially, yes. I think there is a proper term for that. Is it redwood? Actually?
Yeah. Oh yeah, coast redwood. What comes in pillbox, Panama, and Fez varieties?
Hat.
What country has earned the most medals at the Winter Olympics? Try Norway, some Scandinavian scrub. Easy. What country's capital is Ulaanbaatar? I should totally know that.
We've definitely talked about it before.
It's not Mongolia, is it?
We've talked about all the capitals before.
Type Mongolia. It is Mongolia. What ancient city-state was ruled by King Leonidas?
Sparta!
Whose wife was turned in... I have to edit that laugh out. Whose wife was turned into a pillar of salt?
I should know that.
I don't know, man. Pillars of salt, pillars of sand, what I don't know.
That's a Bible story as well.
What is the... Yeah, because you're such a Bible student. What is the main ingredient in hummus?
I don't know.
Hum. No, just kidding. In what city do the movies RoboCop and Gran Torino take place?
I know I'm supposed to be the movie guy here. I have seen neither movie.
Terrible. What terms refer to a luxurious apartment on the top floor of a tall building?
Penthouse.
Yeah. Where does what is that?
Muscovite
live. Moscow? Probably not. Yeah, Moscow. Great. What is the westernmost major city in Australia? Oh, man.
You know I'm bad at geography.
You can just type some Sydney. Try them out. I don't know which one's the last one. Melbourne. With an E in the beginning.
I know how to spell.
Canberra.
With
an N.
Oh, right. Yeah. Canberra.
Yeah. Perth.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Perth. What molecule with formula C12H22O11 is commonly used as table sugar?
Well, let's see.
You want to type that out? That wastes too much time figuring out and typing it. What is the first name of actresses McAdams and Weiss?
I don't know.
Man, what is the most famous novel written by Mary Shelley? That's
Frankenstein. Internal human organ.
Type bowels. I don't know what they want to hear, man. Liver. The liver. Really?
All right.
Wow.
Crazy. That's
alcoholics.
Hummus, no clue.
That's
Gran
crazy.
Torino and RoboCop. There's been 2 RoboCop movies too. I still don't know.
Man.
C12H. Let's see. C12. That would be a duodeca something. Yeah.
Something. Yes.
There's 11 O's in there.
What's it called? What's the table sugar's chemical name?
Commonly just what fructose is fruit sugar.
Glucose.
Glucose maybe. There's saccharose, but I'm not going to spell that now.
No.
I honestly don't know how to.
Let's just kill it and see what we have. So ruby is the
sucrose. Okay.
Sucrose. That's
ruby is the stone.
Lot's wife was turned to.
Okay.
Chickpeas is the main ingredient. Oh, I didn't know that. Detroit.
That makes so much sense.
Man, a little bit of Motown in my soul right there.
Because RoboCop, of course, is a bit of a dystopian cop thing. So obviously it's Detroit.
Oh, it has to be, right? Detroit is a dystopia by itself.
I know, right?
Sucrose and Rachel. Rachel McAdams, Rachel Amber, Rachel Weisz, yes.
So average score is 12. We got 14.
Oh, we good like that. 92% didn't know that espresso originates in Italy, as was the first question. That's easy. UFO as well. Only 48% knew Ulaanbaatar, being Mongolia's capital.
Only 49% knew tin. That's the one I'm disappointed in.
That's also pretty weird. Not everyone's a chemistry kind of guy.
Also Sparta. But fair enough.
Yeah, 51% knew Sparta. I expect more people to know that.
Interestingly enough,
71% knew chickpeas.
Most people knew most questions.
That's true.
Which means that with the average score of 12, the answers have been very varied.
Yes. Not a lot of people knew Detroit.
A lot of people knew hummus, though.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? How do you know that?
71% of people knew hummus.
Hummus sounds so disgusting, like as a word, that I would never try it. But now that I know that's mainly chickpeas in there, I might try it.
The 3 things that were least known:
sucrose, Lots, and Detroit.
Yes.
Detroit. Wow. Detroit. A little bit of rock and roll. I don't know. Third one. You want to do that too?
Sure, let's do the third one too.
Let's do it anyway. Who is the wizard that advises King Arthur?
I'm pretty sure that was your dog.
Merlin. That was my dog. That was not actually him. We just used his name after him. No credit taken. Who is Hannah Montana's alter ego?
That's Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus plays her. I know the character's name is also Miley. I'm not sure what her last name is. If her last name is also Cyrus.
Montana would make a lot of sense. Fun fact, I'm wearing a shirt with the name Montana on it right now. Related to someone way, way greater.
Miley Stewart, okay?
Okay, whatever.
I like how if you type Miley Cyrus, it still considers it the correct answer.
Sure. What character is the villain in the movie The Lion King?
That's Scar, right?
I don't know movies, man. Joe Montana is the man that I'm rapping.
Scar or something. It's something like that.
If a cat has 9 lives, how many lives do 99 cats have?
So wait, the question is 9 times 99? Is that the question?
Is that really the question?
That is 8. Wait, it's
that's
810
891,
plus
right?
81, so it's 891.
Yeah. Really? What deadly sin is also a type of animal?
Sloth.
Yes.
I know my deadly sin, specifically that one.
That one, because that you're repping that. What is the smallest type of bird?
There's a lot of tiny birds.
Canary?
Oh. You missed one canary? No, I didn't. Right. I don't know.
What city is closest to Alcatraz Island? I'll give you a hint, JJ.
It's San Francisco, right?
Joe Montana. Yes! Yeah. Look over the bay, you'll see the old
yeah, I knew that.
What nation is scheduled to host the 2022 World Cup?
They're talking about soccer.
I assume so.
I don't know.
Is it like the one where it's really debated? Was it like Qatar or something? Wasn't there a thing where the people were like, they're totally not fit for that shit, and then they got it anyway?
Isn't Qatar one of those that spell like that kind of bullshit?
It's like QAT.
Okay, it's QAT.
AR. Yeah, that's correct. Of the 3 types of rock, which one is made from lava?
Of the 3 types of rock, which one?
Magma? Is that different?
No. Magma is the difference between lava and magma is just whether it's inside the volcano or above the earth.
What island was
it's basalt, I believe.
Okay, try. No.
Is it not?
Maybe it's spelled right. What island was the center of the Minoan civilization?
I don't know.
What day comes after Fat Tuesday? Fat Tuesday? Wednesday, my dudes?
Yeah, it's Wednesday, but I assume there's something else to that.
According to the song, what gift is given on the 5th day of Christmas? Dude, I don't know this stuff. What the hell? I don't know. How am I supposed to know this song? What company makes the Android operating system?
I'm pretty sure it's Google.
I think so. Yeah.
It's also based on the Linux kernel.
What popular salad dressing tastes like the secret sauce on a Big Mac?
I don't know.
French dressing? Ranch? Thousand Island? You can type something if you want to. What martial art could be described as Brazilian dance fighting?
Now that I have heard of, I cannot recall the name.
Is it Jiu-Jitsu? Misspell all the way. Nope. On which real-life person was Count Dracula based?
Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah. Vlad was his real name? Vlad Tepes. Yeah.
See, Vlad the Impaler. I knew.
What common abbreviation is given to the National Socialist Party? NSP?
I mean,
would make sense.
Wait,
nope.
I mean, depends which nation. Like,
yeah, that's the thing, right?
I mean, there is the NSDAP, the National Socialist, the German Worker Party.
Probably not.
Nope.
Betsy is a nickname for what given name?
Elizabeth, right?
I think so.
What?
Do you maybe mean the Tea Party? Is that what they mean for the national? Probably not, right? What singer includes When I Was Your Man and 24K Magic? No clue.
I do not know.
What country was formerly known as Zaire? I know that, but like for God's sake, this is like Zimbabwe, Lesotho, some African.
Is Lion King villain Scar just like the thing? I thought it was spelled with K.
Okay.
Okay, it was Scar, I just misspelled.
In the Lion King. So this one we did terribly on.
Yes.
Objectively bad. Minoan civilization, man.
To be fair, at least besides Qatar, I knew all of the ones that we entered.
That's good.
So there's that.
The
average score once again is 12.
We hit 10, so we're terrible.
Got 10, yeah.
Igneous is the rock.
Oh, Crete is the island.
Crete is the island. Ash Wednesday, alright. 5 golden rings. Oh, because it's the 5th day of Christmas, you get 5. I get it. Thousand Island. See, Thousand Island dressing. I said that. I totally said that. It's actually...
Capoeira
is the
Brazilian
Nazi? What abbreviation is the national Nazi?
Wow. Yeah.
Obviously, right? Terrible.
I literally said NSDAP.
Yeah, but that's the party. It's
the Nationalist Social Party.
In Germany, it used to be, right? Not anymore. Bruno Mars. Okay, great. And
the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Democratic Republic.
That is important because there's 2 types of Congo.
That is correct. There's also a 3rd type, which is the river.
Yes, I'm in country.
Kind of like Ohio. Who is the Wizard of Advice King Arthur is the one that most people knew for some reason.
891 is the second most known one.
Well, yeah, it's just a bit of math.
82% of people
didn't bother to do the math.
Got the multiplication. That means that 16% of people.
I guarantee you they didn't bother to do it.
18% of people.
Yeah. Oh, let's go ahead and criticize someone else's math real quick. Incorrectly.
Hey, I corrected myself.
Right, cool.
Within 5 minutes.
I'm telling you, though, it's not that those people can't calculate. They just didn't bother to do it. The least known one that we got was actually Vlad the Impaler, being based on...
You literally just had to type in Vlad, too.
Just Vlad?
Yeah, I didn't even type in the Impaler.
5 golden rings because people know the songs, and I don't because I'm not a cultured man.
Yeah, Bruno Mars is also very well known.
Bee Hummingbird, okay.
Yes, it's interesting that people knew that. I mean, it makes sense.
About half people knew Ash Wednesday and Thousand Island, yeah.
There is literally an elemental made out of it.
Yeah. Nazi. See, Nazi was just, I know what you're referencing, but I'm not going to acknowledge that. Nazi is, well, a lot of people didn't get that. They didn't know what they meant, I guess. And Capoeira is...
I feel like that was a stupid question.
Yeah,
the way it was worded. Because I made Nazi references.
Because
it's
not the nickname given to the party. It's the nickname given to people who represent it. Like, the party isn't just the Nazi, right? It's a Nazi party. If you say it colloquially, and the dudes who walk around there are just Nazis.
Yes, they are very much.
Yeah, their party symbol is a missing brain, and Capoeira is 28% is the least known one. Crazy. 5th day of Christmas. I don't know that stuff. That will never be a strength of mine.
To be fair, Vlad the Impaler is the only one we knew that was under 50%.
And that was fairly easy, I think. Hasn't shouldn't everyone have heard that story? That guy executed like tens of thousands of people. And he impaled them all on spikes, right? He's had all their bodies impaled up on spikes. And he spread them through an entire field so that when an army came marching onto him, he thought oh holy shit, he's killing everyone and putting them on spikes. So they turned back and didn't attack him. That kind of crazy guy is what he was. The hell? And no one else. Oh, come on, man. So, well, that's the halftime show. We're also pretty far into this podcast already, but we have a fun second topic before that, though.
Fact of the week.
Fact of the week.
Now, I've kind of mentioned this one before.
Have you?
You have recently shown me a song that I just wanted to point out the fact that I've previously mentioned now kind of diminishes the fact a bit.
Yeah.
But, Through the Fire and the Flames by Dragon Force.
That is correct.
Is a song that you have recently shared with me that I had previously heard once.
Alright.
But for some reason, I didn't like it that much when I first heard it.
Alright.
Then because you sent it to me, I listened to it again.
Alright.
And I was like, you know what? This isn't that bad.
Alright.
And now I added it to my playlist.
Nice. I recently was introduced to that song by a Russian friend of mine. He's Russian. But he's pretty cool. He's a friend of mine.
I thought you were... Yeah, I was about to say, I thought you were going to say, but he's a friend of mine. He's like...
But he's Russian, but he's a friend of mine?
No.
Despite him being Russian?
No, because you said he's a Russian friend of mine, he's Russian. I thought the next thing you were going to say was, but he's a friend of mine. He's like...
Yeah.
And he's a friend of mine.
He's a friend of mine mostly because he's a Russian.
No, because he said he's Russian, but... And I was like... I thought you were going to say friend of mine because that was already said.
Yeah.
Because that would have been more redundant information. Like the fact that religious fanatics are religious and fanatics. Wait, I said it wrong.
We've had that before. But
I was supposed to say the other way around. Religious fanatics are fanatic.
But you know what? What is a fact?
Yeah.
In Switzerland, where some weird people live, it is illegal. It is illegal to have one guinea pig. If you're owning a guinea pig, you need to at least own 2 guinea pigs.
You know what? From an animal cruelty standpoint, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it makes sense because of
those things do not like being alone.
Exactly, because social contacts, right? So in Switzerland, you can't have a guinea pig. You need 2 guinea pigs.
I mean,
or more.
I suppose that's fair enough.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's a weird law to have, and seems pretty nitpicky with how much major stuff is still going array in the world. But I guess, hey,
it's good for the animals.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense to have it. So I don't have a guinea pig. I'm also not Swiss. That's really like double negative in the problems for me. So I guess I've got all the problems.
Neither one of those is a problem. Not having a guinea pig and not being Swiss, neither one of us is a problem.
Being Swiss but having 1 guinea pig is a problem, I guess.
Yes.
Depends on whose problem that is. But, second topic. That's just kind of a thought experiment sort of thing, and it's a fun thing, right? We came up with recently. You remember how we came up with that?
Yes, it was related to my desktop wallpapers.
Correct. On one desktop wallpaper was what?
Max Caulfield.
And then the other one, because there's 2 screens in the building.
Was Che Guevara.
Why, JJ? Why do you have Che Guevara as one of your dead? Because it's
because you gave him to me.
Exactly.
The wallpaper. That is not the dude.
Not the guy.
That would be weird.
I gave him the wallpaper because it's a really cool picture, right? And every college student ever needs some illustration of Che Guevara in their house. That's a fact. I mean, that's just the undeniable truth, right? And it's a really cool picture. So we were like, how would it be if those 2, like, he was like, JJ was like, oh my god, look at those wallpapers. They're clearly related. Because it was just headshots of both characters, right? And, it was an illustration and then it was a scene from the game. From Max, I believe.
Yeah, she was sitting on the bed with all of the Polaroids in the background. Yeah, exactly. Really cool shot.
Exactly. So,
like, no, it wasn't one of the Polaroids in the background. It was just the one with, like...
It was just, this is the one where she's sorting through stuff, looking distressed like she always does. So,
I have multiple Max wallpapers.
Yes, I do too. How many Che Guevara or other Cuban communist leader wallpapers do you have?
I have that one and I have Communism, It's a Party.
That's a good one. I need that t-shirt. It's great. I love it. Point being, what would happen if Che Guevara and Max Caulfield would switch roles? Would that be good or bad?
And the wider idea was just in general. Yes. What if a fictional character... specifically game character, I think we said. Yeah. Switch places with a historical person. Also, no cheating, no like a player that I put to 99 overall and Madden now becomes a real NFL player and just rips everyone to shreds, right? Nothing like that. So, an actual game character and then a real person and think about what would happen. So, you have a good idea? You're saying Fat Jesus and Jesus is not a valid thing?
No, Fat Jesus and Jesus of Nazareth are not valid. Maybe. No.
What about Jesus from The Walking Dead and Jesus of Nazareth?
Maybe that's valid. I don't know. Do you really want to look for those connections? I like the generally Life is Strange and Cuban communists. Just, have like Max is Che Guevara and then Chloe is like Fidel Castro. And then we'll have someone who's their enemies, like Victoria, and then Nathan. It's like John Kennedy. Or something, I don't know. And then we got Rachel being cruise chef, like over in Russia, just sitting there, just hanging out. And then just the other people are just a bunch of generals and like nuclear submarine dudes or something. And then stuff just goes down. And like they all like, and then like Nathan and like whatever the Americans are, they perpetually try to assassinate like Fidel Castro because that's what they did IRL. It just never worked.
I feel like the more interesting side of this almost is the fact that you're just throwing like political world leaders into like the teenage drama situation.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, that would also be pretty cool, right? Imagine though if Che Guevara had the power of time travel.
Oh boy.
Because I guess that would happen, right?
Yes.
I'd watch that movie. Maybe not. I don't watch movies, but That's something I would say if I did at all watch movies. I would definitely get acquainted with that storyline.
I think there's a lot of like crazy ideas like that where it's just like, oh yeah, like pick a video game character, switch them out with like a world leader of some capacity.
Like drop someone in the Walking Dead universe, like anyone, right?
And the thing is, if you're wanting to pick out Walking Dead characters, and we are talking about political leaders, it would make sense almost to pick off like one of the people that led one of the settlements in the Walking Dead, like
Carver.
Like switch Carver and, I don't know, Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, just have Carver be the president. Or don't have him be the president.
The president of what?
Well, the president of the only country in the world. No, just kidding. Where's my beverage? There it is. The president of the United States. Or the president of any country. Just the political leader, right? I don't think Carver would fit that role very well. But you know who I would very much appreciate in a political leadership role?
Let's see.
It's not AJ.
David.
From David from
right. There's multiple ones.
From Life is Strange?
Yeah, I was thinking about the Life is Strange one. Yes, there's also Walking Dead David.
Not that David. Neither David, actually. At all. Like, not in the slightest. Mr. Jefferson would be pretty cool. Like not the crazy Mr. Jefferson, but the actual Mr. He was pretty fly. Maybe Frank. I don't know. Also pretty fly. No,
Pompidou.
Oh yeah, first dog.
Pompidou for president.
Oh man, I'd like a dog for president. Not
it's probably not gonna be much worse.
Can't mess stuff up. Can't do good. Can't do bad. That's all I can ask for these days. No, seriously, but from like I was thinking like Lee or Kenny.
Early Kenny, sure.
How about Lee though?
Yeah, but I'm saying like Kenny kind of went a bit off the rails towards the end.
Kenny did, yes. He was a little bit insane. But before that, he had a stupid son. Like, who was legit stupid. But
yes.
Other than that...
Well, the other thing is, Kenny was decent at the whole, like, surviving the zombie apocalypse thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's necessarily, like, a smart guy on the level that he should be passing legislature and stuff.
Yeah. You know? He's very much keeping it country.
Yeah.
He's a little bit country, a little bit much, actually. not a lot of rock and roll going on with that guy.
You know, I'm
How about Larry? Terrible. I hate this character. Like, I think Larry is the worst character from The Walking Dead in terms of like, not in terms of like, oh, we're hyping up this character as being terribly stupid, but just the most unlikable character.
What about his daughter?
Lily?
Yes.
Yeah, of course, she's also terrible, but to a degree, that's still Larry. Like,
yes.
It's still very much nature and nurture of Larry, so I guess we can blame part of that on him as well. Right? So I think
at least Larry died relatively fast.
Yeah, I think the root cause of the issue is still very much Larry. Why do we even keep this guy around? I don't know. We could actually quickly, if you want to do that, talk about The Walking Dead, because... No, we can't. Are we doing that? Yeah, we can, because we've played the third episode.
Yes, we have.
And you can watch that, by the way. And if spoilers, by the way, if I mention anything, but there's some like past in terms of decision making, and I've looked at some of that stuff on YouTube, like how stuff turns out. So actually, if you chose to save Lewis at the end of episode 2, which any rational person would have done, but JJ is not rational. Like, I don't know. But if you chose to save Lewis, then no one gets their tongue cut out. First of all.
Yeah, I can see how Violet is the type of person who would constantly talk back to him.
Yapping, exactly. So, but if you like we did, right? If you do save Violet, then Lewis, even though getting his tongue cut out, being unable to speak, does still side with you. And if you save Lewis, then Violet becomes a hater.
Okay.
Terrible. Just speaks more. Like, if we play through this again, we save Lewis. He's saving Lewis for real. Because, you know the scene where they are having the quote-unquote party? Like, put another set of quotations around it?
Yes.
And it's like, let's sing this song that someone used to sing. And by listening to the song, like, Lewis actually, like, hops up on his piano and starts busting some jams. Like, he plays music, man. You know he can play music?
Yes.
Plays the piano. So, yeah, Lewis. Lewis is I'm rocking with Lewis. Lewis is my dude.
Lewis for president?
Yeah, Lewis for president. You could also choose not to kill Lily in the end.
Of course.
Tell AJ not to fire his 17 shots of bullets. But what happens if you do that is that James dies.
Who's... Oh, right.
Walking with the walkers. The crazy guy.
For a second, I was like, who's James?
Yeah, he's an idiot, by the way.
You know what the first association was when he said James?
What was it?
The guy who fell asleep on your toilet?
Oh, that guy? Yeah, like, that's a real talk. That's a real life story, too. There was a guy by the name of James. First time at my place. We were having a barbecue. We would probably just shoot some card games, right? Dude just fell asleep on the John. Like, he was, of course, pissed drunk,
The first 2 times we met him, he fell asleep.
Yeah, fell asleep. Once in just, like, in the room.
And ever since, I make jokes about that every time I see him.
And then it's just like, I'm super tired and I'm gonna go on to John real quick. And then he just didn't came out. And Stanley walks up to his door. He's like, hey, John, you damn, James, you still alive in there? And he's like, yeah, he just fell asleep. Who does that? Apparently James does that. But the Walking Dead, James dies if you do not kill Lily.
Well... So everyone can now understand why it was sensible to kill Lily.
I guess. Of course it's sensible to kill Lily.
Yeah, I'm just saying that just further proves how wrong the choice was not.
We should have killed her on the spot when we did Larry as well, just to get rid of any, like, residual bullshit, right?
Well, I mean, it would have definitely made sense to, when we banish her, to instead just kill her.
Exactly, definitely.
Because that was a thing, right?
Yeah.
She did bullshit in the first season, and we were like, okay... Leave. Get out of here.
And
now she comes back like years later to bite us in the ass.
Doing more bullshit.
Figuratively.
Yeah. Terrible. Yeah, if you literally get bitten in the ass in the universe, you're done for.
I was about to say that's pretty bad.
That's bad. Okay, you're done. But yeah, Never Like Lily, creation of Larry, Raider of Villages. No, nah. Kind of looking forward to that next episode though. The last one. Kind of.
I was about to say it's the last one already.
Interesting to see how all this stuff ties together.
I find it fascinating how Life is Strange 2 and The Walking Dead, the final season, came out around the same time.
Yeah.
But Life is Strange 2 has been releasing slower and there's one more episode.
Yes.
So we're 3 episodes removed from the final for that and 1 for...
and for Walking Dead, it's also the final season. Life is Strange, there might be future games, but...
I'm just guessing that there will be. I mean,
probably.
So far they've been successful.
They've been great. I mean, there's no reason to stop. Life is Strange.
As a matter of fact, Life is Strange has better starting conditions than The Walking Dead. Because The Walking Dead is an IP that they don't own. Like Telltale games.
Yes.
So they have to pay license fees for that.
Yeah.
Life is Strange is a completely original creation.
Yeah.
Which means that it's cheaper.
Correct. And it's better. It's better.
Of course. And I think it's also at least as, if not more, successful.
At this point, yeah, I think so. I mean, it doesn't have the Telltale name slapped on there, but that doesn't mean anything anymore these days.
No, but I think Life is Strange was really successful, especially the first one. And
hugely popular. It's very good too.
Yeah, but that's
rightfully so.
That's also why I think they're not going to stop anytime soon, especially because
wouldn't make sense to.
They don't have really high production costs that Telltale has. Because Telltale, what they've done, and they've done it for almost all their games, is they've licensed some kind of property and then used that.
Yeah. Like, look forward to,
And then they went bankrupt. I think that's how I think that's what happened, right?
Look forward to Life is Strange Before the Explosion, where you play as Daniel during the average school day. Coming in, 2021. When this
you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, but you're playing as Sean still.
Playing as Sean?
I know it's weird to play as the same character, but they hinted at some stuff in relationships in school for Sean.
Yeah, in the very first season, there's like we introduced to a bunch of his friends, and then they just go on the run.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do. Maybe they'll do it in this game. Maybe they'll return. People show up. You know, I don't know. Maybe we'll get more Chris.
And in a way, we've already had our Before the Storm 2 Life is Strange 2 in The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit.
That's true.
Because it does play directly before.
That was more like the farewell episode, right? That's just like a small smidgen of a like basically the cutout of an episode. Yeah. That's later in the game with a bit more detail.
But hey, I still like that they did that.
Of course.
It was free.
It's free.
It was probably a somewhat effective advertising strategy for the new game.
And we knew who Chris was.
And yeah, I mean, it did definitely tie into the story quite a bit.
So it made a lot of sense. I
still think that it wouldn't be too far-fetched to assume that the reason why Telltale didn't work out is because they had to pay license fees for every single game that they released.
Because they did Batman and they did Wolf Among Us and Walking Dead and all that. And they don't own those,
Game
right?
of Thrones, Minecraft. I don't think they did anything original lately.
Maybe they didn't. Oh, their music. Their Bay Area sound.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, like, their games.
Yeah, their games.
Always were based on pre-existing intellectual properties.
Yeah, they're telling the tales of other people.
And that's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive.
And they were a really small company,
if
too.
you want to do it legally, that's expensive, yeah.
Like, I can understand how a small company that...
Small indie company.
I mean, like, Game of Thrones, The Walking Dead, those were big things at the time when they released them. I mean, even Minecraft. I'm not sure how the license fees for that are, but that was...
Yeah.
I mean, it was already going down when the first Minecraft Telltale game came out, but those are big IPs, like the Wolf, like Batman too. The Wolf Among Us, probably a smaller one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Fables was that huge.
Maybe. Wait, Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, Borderlands.
Yeah, but like, exactly, most of those, like Borderlands might have been a bit of a smaller one, but the other ones, that's all big IPs. And big means expensive.
Yes. Typically.
And I wouldn't be surprised if those games didn't make enough money back to justify those investments.
That is possible. So, yeah. Telltale is no longer. We'll see if there's going to be anything by Skybound, if they're going to keep doing stuff. Maybe they'll be like, oh, we're going to just keep doing Los Muertos because people like it.
Well, I mean, Skybound is the company of the writer of the comics, so they might have some kind of license over that. I'm not sure how the licensing for the new Walking Dead game, I'm trying to remember what the studio's called. I can't remember what the studio's called.
Which one?
They made a new Walking Dead game that's like a shooter.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
By so that's what also why I said I think the Walking Dead the final season is the final season because they don't have the license anymore.
Right.
But as long as that's not an exclusive license, then Skybound could theoretically make more Telltale style Walking Dead games.
Wouldn't hate it
because they should theoretically own all the rights.
Like next game you play as AJ. He's like at that point he's like 15 years old. Clem is like in her mid-20s or something, late 20s, and you're being AJ.
Sure.
Shoot people left and right.
Also, I still wouldn't be opposed to like a game where you're playing maybe even one generation further, and like basically where the zombie universe is. I mentioned that during the episode, I believe too. The interesting idea of like when the zombie universe is the new normal, when all the characters you meet, or at least the majority of the characters you meet, grew up in the apocalypse.
Exactly, like AJ did.
Yeah.
They never knew the world before. Clementine barely does, AJ does not.
Because that's an interesting idea. Of course, that's also a bit more complicated from a writing standpoint because you have to think about what implications that has
but you'd expect then
the lives of characters.
The longer people actually survive in there, or even are born there, the better adapted they would be to surviving in there in the long term.
Yes,
right?
And theoretically, you would assume
because you're a guy like Larry, you're 60 years old, you're a mad old bastard that no one likes.
I mean, life expectancy probably goes down, especially with modern medicine not being available and that kind of stuff. But I think settlements would start building.
Yeah.
The zombie herds would be thinned out.
Exactly, because they'll starve.
Burial rights would be altered. I think we should maybe... Actually, that...
New topic?
I was thinking that we should probably talk about that next week. Like
theory talk. Yeah.
The idea how a zombie apocalypse world would develop. That might just be a topic.
By the example of The Walking Dead. Write that down, man.
I will right after we're done with this because we pretty much are.
We're hitting the hour mark. Let's get done with it. Before we present our songs of the week, you should do that as well. By you, I don't mean JJ for once. I mean the viewer. You at home or in front of your screen, your phone. Between your headphones, right? Let us know your song of the week. There's a link in the description somewhere around our Discord channel as well, which you should join.
What I just thought about, you said on your phone / computer and that kind of thing. If you've watched this entire or listened to this entire podcast, just quickly write in the comments under what circumstance, like on your phone while driving to work on your car, actually, on the side while playing video games, just generally.
That's actually a pretty good idea. Some stuff, some information, right?
Because that is, first of all, interesting to us.
Yes.
And second of all, helpful. Depending on the exact situation, might actually be helpful to how we go.
You know, we're gonna ask the question a little more in the future, just to find out a little bit in the podcast, right?
Yeah.
So sure, let us know. But there's a playlist link in the description of this video somewhere.
Viewer music suggestion playlist.
Viewer music suggestion playlist. It's exactly what you think it's for. You're dropping a YouTube link in there to a music video of a song that is your song of the week that you like, and hopefully we do as well. And before we get out of here, we have songs of the week as well. JJ, what is your song of the week? Is it by an artist on the rise?
It's definitely not by one that I've mentioned.
Alright.
It is by an artist that I have recently gotten that song specifically.
Alright.
I've had some of their other songs before. So I guess technically they're slightly on the rise just by increasing quantity.
Alright. Who would that
It's
be?
Night Fever by the Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees?
The Bee Gees.
I never hated the Bee Gees. I like the Bee Gees.
No one hates the Bee Gees.
Is that in the music share?
Yes.
That's good. I might like that song.
That was one of the 51 songs that I've added hours before we started recording.
No one hates the Bee Gees.
Minutes before we started recording.
No one hates the Bee Gees. That is an absolute fact. I will sign that. My song of the week is, I don't know if I ever put it in the music share. It's Viva La Quinta Brigada by Charlie and the Boys.
I've never heard of that.
I thought I put it in the music share.
I doubt it.
Maybe I did not. I'm going to do that again then. I thought I did. But I'll do it anyway. So, it's a pretty good song. It's a historic song. It's about World War II. It's about, Frank Ryan and his Irish troops marching into Spain and fighting Francisco Franco and how war works, right?
Yes.
So it's that sort of stuff. So, I guess it's a pretty good song. Go listen to them. I think both of them. Bee Gees, never bad, so definitely like that as well. Drop a like on this video, this podcast, if you enjoyed it. That's great feedback for us. And a comment, man. Let us know what device you're watching on, your song of the week, whatever you want to talk about. We'll answer every comment, so go ahead and do that. Join the Discord. We're going to see you in the next one. JJ.
That's it.
That's it.